back in the building, baby. Veda Day 26, which means your boy Viper have been live streaming for the last 26th night in a row. And tonight, I got the homie, up-and-coming tech content creator, Ace RockzTech, with me in the building. Ace, what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. I appreciate you having me on. Man, a little nervous, but excited to be here.
Man, you know what? I mean, I get it, but I don't get it because Oscar said the same thing when he was on here on Tuesday, and I'm like, we talk every morning. How are you nervous? Like you, I don't know.
No, I know we talk every morning and everything like that, but I don't know. There's other people out there. So, and you know what? I don't know. Is Trent? Is he out there? Is he gonna make a meme of me?
You know Trent is out there. You got to be careful. You know he's out there for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I am digging the gotta blow you up real quick here because I am digging the t-shirt. Sorry, look at the t-shirt.
Oh yeah,
look at that
that's
t-shirt,
right.
y'all. Woo. That's right. That's the shirt that is the shirt that we were giving out for when we were raising money for Owen a couple of weeks ago. So shout out to Ace for contributing to that. Definitely legit, dude. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, not a problem. I'm just blown away. Like I've been following you and other content creators, for a couple of years now, and then when I was like, you know what, I might want to try this. The warmth and the come on in, you can do it. Just get your phone, just start recording. And you guys have been so much fun and so much help, and it's been amazing, and it's been an amazing year, and I look forward to where I go in the future with all this.
Nice. So let's talk about this a little bit more, because I don't believe you had started your YouTube channel before you came into Coffee Talk. So no. So talk about what led you to start your YouTube journey.
Well, it was, I don't know. I've always liked not being on camera, being a ham, being the class clown, getting that attention and this and that, and going, hanging, talking with you guys on your live streams and watching your videos. And it was just like, man, this seems like a blast, and I like tech. I like to talk about tech. I don't have anybody in my immediate family or friends that care about tech like I do, but there's this community, and I was like, I feel like I can do that, and you guys were just like, of course you can do this. Anybody can do this, just start going with it. And I did that first video, and I know you and Zach and El Jefe, you guys all watched my video, and you guys were like, hey, I'll never forget that first video I did. You were like, man, that was a good videos, but not so many fadeaways. You're fading too many times.
Right.
So the transitions, that's right. So yeah, I cut down on those a little bit, but it's been a blast. I like talking about tech stuff. So I might not be the most smart person about it, or however you want to say it, but I dig tech. I love my Apple stuff. I'm an Apple sheep, but hey, you know what, Samsung, Google, I could be persuaded.
Oh, my man said call him. He said call him. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. It's been pretty cool to watch you grow on your journey. Like I said before you even came into Coffee Talk, you were not making videos. Now you're making videos. You got like 20 or so videos out there.
I got about 20 or so. Yeah, and
you're doing work, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's been fun. I don't get to do as many videos as I'd like, or get the time. Life happens and this and that, but it's become, especially with this whole COVID thing, and I'll never forget when you and El Jefe both said, you know what, I wish I would have done. I wish I would have started sooner.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I would have started sooner.
Hmm.
I had this time, that I was, home, and, I could have dove more into it. But yeah, it's been a blast. I'm having so much fun doing it. It's a stress reliever for me. It's my own, thing, and just the people out there, for whatever reason, they find me interesting enough to watch a good, a certain percentage of, I'll put out, a 7-minute video. They watch 3 minutes of it. That's awesome. I got one video that I put out 4 months ago, 5 months ago. That's at, 1.4K. I'm like, what is so interesting about that? And then that just amazes me. I love it. Just love it.
Listen, man, if you have a passion for something and you can kind of like relay that passion over video and on camera, people will watch. The people will come and they will watch your content because they see that you are genuinely passionate about the subject matter that you are choosing to talk about. So, with you being naturally passionate about technology and you making content about technology, people are going to feel that through the camera and they're going to gravitate towards you because they feel your true, genuine passion for technology. And that's how it starts, man. And it's got the limit, dude. So keep doing your thing.
And I can tell you right now, don't think that you're not old enough, because I'm pushing the side of 50, and here I am, and I'm loving it. It's great. Just lots of fun.
That's right, man. It's nothing to do about age, man. My man out here doing his thing, making moves, putting out content. So tell me, since you started your content creation journey a few months ago, what is something that happened along your journey that's been maybe surprising or something that you maybe didn't expect to happen?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect people to reach out to me to send me stuff for free just to do a review on it. I mean, I've got a couple of things that I've done reviews on, and most recently, I actually got a case. I can't remember the name of the company, but they sent me a case to do a video, and I was like, through emails, I'm telling them up front, it's got to be a good case. It's got to be something I can recommend. And I couldn't recommend it, and which was kind of a bummer, but yeah, getting some, free product just to talk about it, and just the number of people that will watch them. That's just that still blows my mind. The number people that'll watch the videos. But yeah.
Yeah, here's the cool thing that a lot of people just don't understand, or they forget about YouTube. That's a better terminology. They forget about YouTube. YouTube, yeah, it's a big video platform, and there's all types of content on YouTube, this, that, and the other. However, I think a lot of people forget that YouTube is the #2 largest search engine in the world. So if you have content on YouTube about something that people are looking for information about, chances are your content is going to be seen by someone because they're searching for that actual content. And it doesn't matter how big or how small of a creator you are. If you are making content about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 or the Galaxy Z Flip 3, someone is going to watch your video. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it because people are coming on YouTube this weekend to find content about those devices that they're being released tomorrow officially to the public. So yeah, YouTube and the search engine and the fact that it's backed by Google, I mean, people are going to be looking for content about all sorts of things, not just technology, but obviously since you're in tech and I'm in tech, tech is most relevant to this conversation. But it doesn't matter how big of a creator you are, people are going to be searching about different topics related to tech, and they're going to watch our content.
If there's something, and this is something that I've come up with, if there is something that you doesn't have to be tech, it can be whatever it is. If there is something that you can geek out about, there's other people out there that will geek out there with you. You just got to know how to put it together and to present it to get those people to know that it's out there for them to watch, and you could be a YouTube star.
Definitely. So, what tech are you messing with these days? What do you have your eyes on, or what do you have in house that you're maybe about to do content on or something?
Well, actually, right now, I'm in the midst of just about done with battery. I was doing some battery tests on that Anker MagSafe battery charger with the 500 milliamp power pack.
Ooh, okay.
thought about getting the Apple one, but I'm just like, I don't know, $100, it just seems like a lot. But yeah, that's my next one. Also, I just recently, Mrs. Ace, my wife, she got me a Magic Keyboard
Oh,
for my iPad. Oh, I love this thing. You're still getting used to typing on it, but I had bought well, actually, here it is right here. I had bought, this is a little case that goes on your iPad, but it works with the Magic Keyboard here. Well,
oh,
here.
okay.
That way, you have a case that you can, take your iPad off with, and then it also has a place to hold your pencil. It
Hmm.
has a place to hold your pencil. So you're not losing your pencil. That's another one that, I'll be working on. So yeah, oh, speaking of, getting things, I got an email the other day, from a beard trimming company. And but here's the thing. They said, hey, we would like to send you out, a beard trimming kit, test it out. Now, we understand that this may not be something that you review or put on your channel because it's not part of, your niche. However, we would like for you to test this because we saw one of your videos, and I think she said, we adored your beard or something like that. So I thought that was cool. They're sending me, I'm getting stuff now that I don't even have to do a video on. Just, I to me, that just kind of blows my mind.
I mean,
So
look at him, y'all. Look at him in that majestic beard over there. Of course, they want to do content on that
look at
majestic
that.
beard. Absolutely, look at that.
I'm letting it grow out. I'm gonna see if I can get the Zach Talks Tech status and get that thing happening down this way.
Woo, yeah, there you go. There you go. But that is
So
pretty cool that you're getting offers like that. People they want you to
yeah,
test their beard trimming product. That's definitely, I get other offers too, but usually has nothing to do with things that I actually do
yeah,
content on. Uh, I
right.
get I get emails sent to my Instagram stuff asking me to review women's clothing and different things like that. We won't go into that stuff, but yeah,
That's the other channel.
that's a little wild. It's a little wild on this. Like, I'm glad you're getting emails and you're getting contact from people that want you to do legitimate stuff. Because a lot of stuff you're going to get,
Yeah.
especially in the early days, it's not going to be worth your time.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that I've gotten that have been okay, but like I said, like a couple of things that, yes, like I'm sorry, I can't recommend this because you know what? No matter, at the end of the day, no matter what content that I put out there, I need to be not only true to me and not just, I, I don't know if sellout's the word. I can't think of proper, but I'm trying to build a community, and I'm in a community, but I want to build a community, and I don't want to lie or deceive. Do the best that I can not to do those things to the community that I'm trying to build.
I love it. I love it. My man is
And
out
I'm
here.
telling you, all this stuff I'm just regurgitating that I've learned from you guys. This is all just regurgitation. This stuff
I
that
mean, it's cool though, right? Because we always talk about how you don't want to come out here and copy your favorite creators and try to be exactly like them because that's just not the way. But there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration and learning from things that we've already done. I mean, so you don't have to make the same mistakes that we've made. So absolutely, building a community is key. Like I talked about this in one of my clubhouse rooms recently. They're building an audience versus building a community. If you're a
Mhm.
creator who is serious about doing content creation long term, you should want to be building a community and not really building an audience because you want to build a group of people that surround you and nurture and will grow with you and share your similar interests and excitement about technology. And when you do that, that will really take your experience to the next level. Like building that community is key and it's very important.
Very important because I don't want to be a misleading person, and I don't think genuinely, people in general want to be a misleading person. There's certain, especially when you're starting out a channel, that you can get those emails and those things, and you're just like, man, I'll do this. I got to have content. I've got to have content. You need to be a little choosy, and if they if they offer you a product, and I also learned this from you guys, never personally happened to me, but if they offer you a product and then they're like, okay, send us money through PayPal and we'll
Oh,
reimburse you. Don't do that. Don't do that.
no,
Don't do
no,
that.
no. The moment I see that in an email, I automatically delete it. It's gone. Bye. Ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
No. If you want me to review a product, just send me the damn product. I'm not paying for nothing.
Exactly.
There's a lot of there's creators out there that do that. They will go through that. And I'm just like, nope, not me, not I.
Yeah, that you know, and like I said, I understand, you know, wanting to put out content. You know, there's you know, I try to do once a week. Sometimes it's once every two. But you know, I understand that there's people that want to put out the content. You know, I got to put out content. I gotta, you know, but that's not the way. That is just not the way.
Mm. So I'm going through your channel and looking at the videos that you put out. It seems like you put out a lot of MagSafe content. And over the
MagSafe is clutch. Clutch.
So
okay.
What is the best MagSafe accessory or charger that you've reviewed on the channel so far, in your opinion?
I would have to say the weighty 3-in-1 MagSafe charger. It you know, it charges your phone, it charges your AirPods, it charges your watch. The thing about MagSafe that now when the iPhone 12s first came out, I was already in on the iPhone 12. I had been watching videos and you know, leaks and all that for a year, you know, prior, even before the 11. You know, John and all them were coming out talking about, oh, square edges, you know, it's throwing back to, you know, the iPhone 4, which is what I was holding out on. And the MagSafe, I was just like, okay, that's cool. But when I first got my first MagSafe accessory, which was, I believe it was a 3-in-1, you know, charger, you know, regardless of how fast it charges, you know, it's still 7.5 watts, and that's about all it's going to do. But it's going to charge overnight. The clutch thing about it is that you just stick it on there. You don't plug it in. You don't have to make sure that it's connecting right. You can just, not even looking, put your phone on, take your phone off. That's Apple in a nutshell. They see it and they want to make it simple for everybody, which is, you know, why I, you know, like Apple the way I do. But that 3-in-1 chargers is probably one of my favorite MagSafe.
Yeah, man. It is absolutely cool about how.
And I think that's the one that's like got like 1.4 or 1.3. It's got a lot of views, and yeah. So that's probably one of my. And then I've got one for my wife, and she loves hers, and yeah, it's MagSafe is cool.
I'm looking at the thumbnail. Looks legit, man. Definitely looks legit. Now, to be honest, I have a MagSafe charger, but I wasn't really using it much until Nomad sent me out their MagSafe mount stand. So basically, it's like a vertical stand, and you can just pop the MagSafe in there and then charge your phone that way, and that is pretty cool. Now I use that every night because it's more practical than just having a little puck hanging around, dangling, doing nothing.
Exactly. So. You can just pop it on and pop it off. That is where I think a lot of the translation gets lost in, oh, you know, I have this puck that I still have to put on, you know, position, you know, I can position the cord in any which way I want to. But when you have a stationary, like I have a MagSafe charger in my car mount that I just pop on there and it charges, you know, and when you're leaving the car, you just pull it off, you're good to go. You know, there's no, you know, putting the clamps on or, you know, doing any adjusting or anything like that. When you're putting it on there, you just pop it on, pop it off. It's not so much the charging. The charging's cool. It's all about the magnets, you know, that just makes it simple.
Oh yeah, like you said, you could just pop it on, pop it off. The way the magnets work are great, but if you just have like the puck by itself, it's kind of like impractical, especially like when you have it on the phone, you try to hold the phone with the puck on the back. It's not the best situation in the world. Right. But when you get something like a stand and you can mount the magnet on a stand and then use it that way, like Nomad has situated, or an other stand like the 3-in-1 that you did a video on, that's when it becomes useful because it becomes more practical because then you can just plop it on there. you could charge it. You could either like watch content while it's on the stand or do different things like that. So when you have more versatile charging solution for your MagSafe, then that's when it starts getting my attention. So I like that.
That's what happened with me when I figured out that there was all these other ways, to use MagSafe other than that puck. Because like I said, I wasn't interested in the puck. Who cares? I put the puck on or I can plug it in. Either way, I still have to do something. But with charging stands and whatnot, and pop it on, pop it off.
Definitely. So what iPhone are you rocking currently? What is your current phone?
I got the 12 Pro Max right now.
Are you going to be upgrading to the new ones this year?
No, I'm generally a 3-year person. The one I had before this was the iPhone 8 Plus.
Whoa!
So I went from the 8 Plus to the 12 Pro Max, and
damn, son.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn.
I don't know, man. Maybe one day when I start popping off and I start making YouTube money, or
I'm about to say,
So,
man, if you gonna be a tech content creator, man, you got to check how to change the frequency of your iPhone buying habits, sir.
I know, and not to say that, if through a carrier offer or something like that, if I wasn't to get a good deal on a trade-in, for the 13 or, well, I guess it is 13. I'm hearing confirmation out there, those little stickers. I thought they were going to go 12S, but apparently they're going to go 13.
And we need to be done with the S line. The S line we had it today. Just be done with it, because the problem with calling an iPhone S is that people are going to automatically think that it's just it's iterative, and it is.
It is.
But when you intentionally market it that way to be seen as iterative, you're not going to get generate the same excitement. Yeah,
that is true. Although I am surprised, not surprised that they went with the number 13 because of the stigma, behind it being an unlucky number and everything like that. I thought maybe they would take this opportunity to.
I heard this before, but you know what, man? Listen, they call iOS 13. There was no talk about that. So why are we talking about the phone being called 13?
Well, iOS 13, that's software. That's something that, you have to have, or you don't have to have, but if you want, well, I don't know, man. I guess, if you want the latest, greatest iOS, you have to update. If you want the latest, greatest phone, you gotta, yeah.
It's all marketing. And they called it iOS 13. They didn't call it iOS 12.5. They literally called it iOS 13. So I don't get the big deal about selling an iPhone 13. I mean, and if it's that big of a deal, maybe they could call it something different in different regions where the number 13 has that negative connotation. Because I think in most parts of the world, nobody thinking about it that deeply. But I'm pretty sure in some parts of the world, maybe they are. Maybe in those parts, maybe you rename it. I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking out loud here.
Yeah, well, and and I don't believe, if you think about Apple, I don't really think that they would be that concerned about people, oh, well, I'm not going to buy it this year because of the number 13. They're like, that's fine. We'll get you next year. We call it the 14. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference anyway. But we are right around the corner. There are rumors out there that the pre-orders are going to go live on September 17th, which is about 3-4 weeks.
About 3 weeks or so.
Yep. Yeah. And then the phone is going to go on the 24th, or the phone, depending on how they do it this year. But yeah, we are coming fastly up. We are coming up fastly upon iPhone season 8.
Isn't that crazy, dude? This year has gone. I mean, this is 2020 was one thing, but 2021, it's like it's almost September.
It's over.
What happened?
I don't know.
But yeah, I am looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to that the Apple Watch, the Series 7.
Oh, okay. Right.
Have you seen those? I mean, our buddy John Prosser, he's out there. He's put some renders out there. Renders by Ian. Shout out. A nice little, straight, like the 12s.
Yeah, I've seen the render. It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I got the Series 4, and I'll be rocking this until the performance goes down or the battery goes out. I
Yeah,
don't.
I have a Series 6 before I had the Series 6. I had the Series 4 as well because I just didn't feel the need to upgrade my watch every single year. Plus, the 5
Right.
wasn't much of an upgrade over the 4 anyway. So, and the only reason why I really got the Series 6 because actually, in actuality, the Series 6 is not much of an upgrade over the Series 4 either. But
Right.
I got the Series 6 because I didn't want to have a 2-year-old battery on my wrist. I wanted a newer battery, and I just figured, you know what? Maybe you get the newer watch and be done with it. So I got the newer watch. But yeah.
Funny thing. What was it? I was about 2 years, well, just under 2 years, with Apple Care with my watch, and I can't remember what happened with it. I cracked the screen or I did something and it wasn't working right. I sent it out and, they sent me a new one. So I'm good for, I got good battery life on this one. So I'm good for
No,
another year or so, you know.
man.
But I don't know. I can tell you right now, I could totally flip the script when Tim Cook hits the stage and shows the watch, and I'm just like, I'm buying it. I gotta have it.
My man
I'll be
said
like,
when Tim
but
Cook
honey,
with
it's
the
for the channel.
news.
I gotta do it for the channel. I have to spend the money for the channel.
My man said when Tim Cook hits him with the new
With the
Apple Watch,
new, yeah,
the new,
yeah.
it's
Because
over, it's
Tim,
over with, bro. It's over with.
I'm
Yo,
telling you, man, Tim can announce some stuff, and I'll be like, beforehand, I'll be like, oh, this will be interesting to watch, but I'm not gonna do anything. And the next thing I know, that Friday, I'm pre-ordering everything.
Apple has a way because right now, I think both of us, even in the tech space, we have a collective indifference to the iPhone 13 right now. I mean, we know it's coming and we know it's iPhone season, but I don't think the iPhone 13 excites many of us right now because we expect an iterative update over the iPhone 12. But that's before the event day on iPhone keynote day. And then they start out there
Exactly.
on stage at the spaceship at Cupertino and they announce the iPhone 13, 13 mini, and all these other iPhones. And then they find some type of way, even though we are jaded about it this year, they find some type of way to get us hyped up about it and then boom, we're in mode. Apple every
Exactly.
year. Every year the Apple does this. Every year, man.
I was gonna say, I remember what was the iPhone 11
Yeah.
when it got announced, and they were, it had its upgrades, and everybody was like, yeah, okay, they sold it, and then when you got it, it was like, I didn't have one, but the battery life on that thing
Woo!
was amazing, from what I
Yeah.
understand. So that would be something that they could work on. Although with my 12 Pro Max, I don't really have battery issues, but that I heard that mini. Well, mini. You got a mini.
Yeah.
That battery is not so hot. Although I think next time I upgrade my phone, I'm gonna drop down to just like the Pro size, the 6.1, because this thing, this thing's a beast. It's heavy, it's big, and yeah, I think it's time to go back down to the 6.1.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing this year. This year, I'm going to get probably an iPhone 13 Pro, or iPhone 13, one of the 6.1-inch iPhone, because I'm with you. After using the mini for a while, I no longer want an iPhone Max, the Pro Max. I want a smaller phone. It's so much easier
Right.
handling a smaller phone, just the portability and just the feel in the hand of a smaller phone. I'm digging it. So I'm definitely looking forward to a smaller iPhone for me personally this year.
And I
Even
and
though,
I am definitely hoping that there is, because that it was a little not concerning, because I knew I was getting the Max anyways. But between the Pro and the Pro Max, I don't like how Apple, had better specs or better cameras on the Pro Max compared to the Pro. I really hope that this year the Pro and the Pro Max, as far as equipment or soft cameras or whatever, that it's the same across the board. That you're not having to sacrifice because you want a little bit smaller phone. That's fingers crossed on that one. But Tim, he likes to make that money.
honestly, listen to that. Listen. I'm gonna need you to calm down. This is a family show, Ned. This is a family show. Calm down. Oh man,
Ned.
Ned.
Hey, fire on that video of yours, Annette. That was nice. That was a good video. You need to keep them coming. You got this.
Yeah, man. That was my first video in 2 weeks, so yeah, I definitely need to keep them coming. And Vader's almost over with now,
Mm-hmm.
so I have a lot more time to go back to regular video. So they'll keep coming, especially now that it's iPhone season 2. So yeah, your boy Viper, it's time for the captain and team out to go back to work. So that's what we're doing out here. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So obviously you have an iPhone, you rock iPhone, but I mean, obviously tomorrow we got Samsung coming out with the Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3. Do you have any interest in Samsung phones at all?
I tell you what, that Flip 3, I would be very interested in. I mean, step back a second. The Fold, I would love a Fold. However, what, $1,700
Ooh.
for is it? Yeah, it's a little pricey. But the Flip, that is right at the flagship price of $1,000. And if I was out looking at phones and I was going to spend $1,000 on a phone, whether it be an iPhone or a S21 or whatever, I would look over here and be like, wait a minute, for the same price, I can have a folding screen and it looks pretty much the same when it's unfolded. I'm going Flip 3 all day. I think they are going to. I don't know if they'll sell a ton, but I think they're going to sell a couple extra because that price point, that $1,000 price point, is the perfect price point for that type of phone.
You
Perfect.
know, I've heard this a lot, and I think there's definitely validity to it, word by word. But yeah, people are going to obviously it's a foldable phone, and folding phones seem to be the new hotness right now, and people are kind of excited about it. Plus, I think a lot of people appreciated the Z Flip last year anyway. So now you have the updated Z Flip this year, which is at, like you said, $1,000 starting out. I think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, as you alluded to, a lot of people are going to gravitate towards the Z Flip this year because it's new. It's not something that they've seen before, really. Well, let me take that back. It's not something that the mainstream consumer seen before because last year it was just out of their price range. But
Yeah, last
now,
year was like
yeah,
$1,400. Yeah, that's
last year,
yeah.
yeah. Last year it was $1,400, so slightly out of the average consumer price range. But now you bring it down to 1,000. Now a lot more people can enjoy it and experience it and see how they like it. So they're going to be a. I kind of joke because I have yet to see a Galaxy Z Fold in the wild. I do not think that will be a
Yeah, I
problem.
haven't seen one.
Yeah, that will not be a problem this year with the Z Flip. You will see Z Flips everywhere this year. They will be all
Yeah,
over.
I think they hit that price point. They made that little outer screen, just big enough. I mean, I would like to see. I know, like Flossie had mentioned, like the whole screen, but you can't make the whole screen. You still have to have camera cutouts. But if you take a good chunk of that and give it a screen, yeah, hopefully next year when they do that, they give it a bigger screen, keep it the same price.
Mm-hmm.
They'll yeah, Samsung, they're going to start printing their own money soon. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we seem to be going the way of foldables, and we seem to be going the way of foldables making mainstream. Now we all know, usually, that nothing consumer electronic goes mainstream until Apple incorporates it. So
Right.
it remains to be seen if Apple is indeed working on a foldable device, and if they are, when are we going to see their first foldable? I don't know. I will say that Apple definitely has the software in place to have a foldable device because of Project Catalyst and how macOS and iOS apps kind of work in tandem and they work across all form factors. So if anybody has the software in place to make the most optimal folding experience, it's definitely Apple, even more than Samsung. But right now we have iPhone, iPad, and that's it. There's no foldable device in between. So I don't know. Oh, what you got
If Apple, no, this is my 12 Pro Max. If Apple and this and maybe a little thicker, but this could be what Apple, they're working on. They're if they can make a foldable phone with this footprint, same screen, same screen real estate, everything about it just like this, but it just folds into a bigger screen. That's it. That's and let's be honest, that Flip 3, when you unfold it's thin. I saw one last week before last, I went to Best Buy to check them out. And that thing is it's nice and it's thin, folded up, it's a little bit, thicker than a regular phone, but still I think that's where it is. If you can have the same user experience on your front screen and then you can open it and just have that same experience on a bigger screen. That to me, that's a foldable. That's a foldable.
Yes, and that is where the Galaxy Z Fold fails, because even though the cover display is usable, it is just not ideal for using it for long periods of time. If it was slightly wider, you would get the same feeling as if you were using the Galaxy S21 Ultra. And then if you were able to fold it out to the screen that is there today, that would be the ultimate Samsung Galaxy Fold, because you would still have that S21 Ultra feel on the cover display, but then fold it out to make it the mini tablet that it is today. Oh, that would be the best of both worlds. But
I don't know if it has to do with, you know, ratios on the picture when you unfold it compared to the footprint of the phone. I don't know. I'm like Renee Ritchie. And I've heard Renee has said this a time or two. I don't come up with the solutions. I just present to you what it is that I want. I don't know how to make it right. I'm just telling you what I want.
You're not an engineer, Ace? What do you mean?
That's right. I'm not an engineer, but this is what I want. Make it happen.
So demanding, I tell you.
That's right.
Speaking of Z Flip, we got technically T out there, who is a proud owner of a new Z Flip 3. So T, I saw your unboxing video earlier. Definitely legit. Curious to get your thoughts on how you liking the phone so far. T, let me know in the chat, man. Let me know. Yep. But yeah, I mean, you got the Z Flip out there. You got the Z Fold 3 out there. I am not interested in the Z Fold 3 as much because I have the Z Fold 2, and they're practically the same phone, except for a few key differences, but practically the same phone. The Z Flip just seems kind of small to me. Like even when you fold it out, it seems like kind of narrow and kind of small. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. But
yeah, I mean, it was like a little narrow and tall. I think that's where they like I said, you know, we can tell them the problem. It's up to the engineers to figure it out. It's all about that form factor. You give me this form factor and I can flip it out, I'm there.
Yeah, and the other problem that I have with the Samsung foldables right now is that they're using the same cameras that they were using last year. They haven't even upgraded the cameras on either the Z Flip 3 or the Z Fold 3. So they're the same cameras as last year. And I'm like, if I'm going to pay top tier dollar for a phone, I at least need some upgraded cameras. Don't give me the same stuff you gave me last year. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, but you got to remember though, they dropped the price $400. So you know what you know. There's got to be a give and there's got to be a take. I think, especially with the Flip 3, what they're looking to do is to get it in more consumers' hands. So you know, we give them, you know, last year's cameras. You know, we try to cut costs here and there, but. Yeah, that's, you know, to me, I think it's more about, look, for $1,000, ours flips and it opens and it bends and this and that. So
well, it must be something legit, because T said he hasn't put it down yet, so it must be something to it.
Although I'm telling you, man, that's just a flex in itself, man. If you had that Flip 3 and you just like whap, you know, come on.
I want to do the Frosty Carter. Wham! Wow!
And I tell you what, I'm not. And after watching Flossie's last video about these flips and everything like that, I'm not worried about durability, because that boy is rough. Rough on his stuff.
The thing that convinced me most about Samsung foldable durability was watching Jerry Rick everything last year when he did a teardown of the Z Fold 2. It took everything in that dude to mess that phone up. That phone was built like a tank. So I have no qualms about Samsung and their durability this year, because the last one was built like a tank. So I ain't got no worries there.
Exactly.
Open it, close, hey. Open it, close, hey. Open it, close, hey. Yes, they'll have it. Yes. Got to do it. You got to do it. But there's open and close, and then there's wham, like floss. You know, the floss is a different thing. Wham, you gotta flick the wrist, like wham, you gotta throw it open like a box.
And then he'll take it, man, and he'll just slam it shut. Flip it open and slam it shut. Because you know what? When you're talking to somebody and you angry, you want to slam it shut. Man, yeah.
But yeah, so I know technically T, I know a bunch of people that got the Z Flip. I know T, I know a bunch of people got the foldables this weekend. I know T got the Z Flip. I know Tech King Mike got the Fold 3, so I'm definitely curious to see their thoughts after a week or two of them playing with those devices. But those aren't the only new phones that are coming this year. Ace, we have Google dropping the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. What are your thoughts on those devices?
That Google's the Pixel 6, I mean, I like the look of it. I like that raised, Geordie LaForge visor looking thing on it. I think that looks cool. And like I said the other day, I was in the Best Buy and I was messing around with the I don't know, I can't remember which Pixel it was. It wasn't the new one that just came out. I think it was the 4A or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is light.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
dreamy light. But yeah, the that Pixel 6, that looks cool. I'm very interested in that Tensor chip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping, I don't, out of the gate for their first chip, I don't expect, any, fireworks or anything. But if you can make it stable, if you can make it at least just work and stick with it, because you know how Google gets. Sometimes they ditch a project and whatever. I honestly think that they could, as far as ecosystem goes, they could give Apple a run for their money if they stick with it and everything's good there.
Yeah.
I don't know for a fact, this is just me, talking out my other end, but I'm very interested to see that Tensor chip. I want to see how it performs.
We know you. Someone's talking crazy in the chat, but it's not you. It's Doodle here, my resident Samsung fan here, talking about how Samsung's UPC is better than the iPhone 12 Pro Max front camera. If you are really trying to tell us that the in-display camera on the Fold is better than the front camera of the iPhone 12 Pro Max, I got some water by the river I want to tell you, bro. Like, just stop right there. No, it's not. Like, by all accounts, everybody's saying that camera quality on that in-display camera is garbage, bro. Like, no, I'll be trying to take you seriously. You make comments like this, and I just got to dismiss you. Stop it. Just stop capping for Samsung, bro. Stop capping for them. They ain't paying. Are they paying you, bro? Are they paying you? Come on, man.
Are they paying you to say stuff like that? Come on, you, man.
Put it, bro. All right, so those that heat reserved on the Tensor chip is not going to touch the A3. No, not at all.
No.
Even when I had Austin Evans on here a few weeks ago, he said the same thing, that we should not expect too much from the Tensor chip because it's not going to be what everybody thinks it could be, at least not in the first iteration anyway.
I just think that if the Tensor chip, if it's at least okay, if they can come out the gate with an okay performance and all that kind of, then that's a good start, because you got to remember, this is the start. I mean, let's remember the first Fold, the Galaxy Fold. I mean, it was cool, but there was a lot of problems with it. But that's the first iteration. You've got to you almost have to give a little bit of wiggle room when it comes out. When a company comes out with something first, it's more about the what's the Duo, the Microsoft Duo, that are they coming out? The Surface Duo, are they coming out with another one of those?
I have not heard anything as of yet.
The first one, you're just like, well, A, it's too high, B, it's something I would never own. It's two phones, together on a hinge. It's a cool idea, but the next iteration, if they come out with something, less bezels, better cameras, or what have you, but you always, I give a little wiggle room when it comes to the first iteration of anything. That's just me.
Yeah, listen, the first generation of software or a piece of tech or anything is much like the first video that a creator made. It could be good, but chances are there's going to be a lot of room for Oh, he lost the drink, y'all. Y'all lost the drink.
It's so true. It's so true.
But chances are there's going to be room for improvement on that first iteration. So the first iteration is not going to be the best, but it's a guideline. It's a point. It's a reference point. So once you get that first tech out there, or get that once you get that first piece of software, or get that first piece of tech out there, or you get that first video out there, now you have a reference point to improve upon. So I agree with you. The first iteration is never going to be all that what it's cracked up about, but at least you have a reference point to make the future iteration better than that first one, and that is how you get better.
Right, and that's exactly what I'm thinking with this. Well, thinking or hoping, I don't know, because I mean, even though I consider myself an Apple sheep, I mean, I've got, I've never had, my first smartphone was the 3GS, and I've never had Android. I've never had anything else. Never. Yeah, I know. Here I am with a tech channel and never had anything else. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I want, competition is healthy. If they can come out with a decent chip and they can grow off of that, and because let's be honest, Google in the past, when they've come out with other Pixels, it looked like a clone, with the notch and of the iPhone and all that kind of stuff. Google wants Apple money. Who doesn't want Apple money? So I think if they can hit this chip, I think they're well on their way to build that, because listen, it's the ecosystem. Apple has that ecosystem. They got you by the cojones with that ecosystem. That's why I would like to use an Android phone and try Android and this and that, but I have this ecosystem that Tim has got me wrapped around his little pinky. But yeah, if they can work on that, I think they'll hit it out the park.
I mean, but we're talking about Google though. Google already has an infrastructure of an ecosystem in place. I mean, they have their phones, they have their next product, they have all types of software like everywhere. So Google has the makings of an ecosystem in place. They just have to get their hardware to connect with their software, and then they can be on to something. So Janosis in the chat, he said he kind of bummed that Google collabed with Samsung instead of Qualcomm. He said Samsung makes good displays and memory storage chip, but their SoCs are second rate. And for flagship Google phone, I want the best. Yeah. We know from the path with Samsung Exynos chip that their SoC, not always the best. But I mean, if you're Google, you got to start somewhere. And I guess collabing with Samsung isn't the worst thing in the world. And again, it gives them a reference point because, like I just said, when you are talking about a first generation product, it's not going to be the best. But at least you have a reference point to go ahead and improve upon, and then you can go from there. So we shall see how the Tensor chip performs on the Pixel 6. And then we can make suggestions and give feedback for next year, and we'll go from there.
And hopefully they listen, and so the more I think about it with this Tensor chip, not that I want to give them a pass, but now that I think about it more, I'm more excited for the next generation, the second Tensor chip. So but we
don't even know what the first one can do. Can we get the first one out, please?
I know.
Can we get the first one out, please?
But I'm the guy that's like, ooh, 2022 iPhone. Let me check this out. What are they talking about here?
We don't have the 21 iPhone, man. Can y'all calm down for a minute? Can we get the current stuff out here, please? Y'all are killing me out. Y'all killing me, man.
Man, I'm telling you.
I know, man. Right, this man already using the iPhone 14, man. This dude worked in Marquez. He worked in Marquez, man. Marquez be like, I'll be using Touch for 2 weeks. And he's like, yeah, I'll be using Touch for a year. Oh, bro.
That's right.
What are we doing out here? What is going on right now? Oh, my God.
I want when they say the future is now, I want it now in my hand. So
when that man says the future, he means right now.
Right now. I want it now.
Oh, we got Kedrick out there. What's up, Kedrick? How you doing? Kedrick said, no company will catch Apple unless they abandon Android and develop their own software app store ecosystem, and it's too late in the game for anybody to do that. Yeah, I don't know. No, and nobody's gonna. They're not gonna abandon Android because Android is the market share leader. I mean, they're not doing that. That'll be crazy. Right. So, and Samsung tried it and failed miserably. So nobody's doing that. But yeah, Apple's in a league of their own. I mean, you're not messing with Apple in the mobile consumer space, so it is what it is at that point. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good, very good fall here with the. We got the foldable coming out tomorrow officially. We know a lot of people have them now.
Right.
Next month we have the announcement of the new iPhone, new Apple Watch, and Lord knows whatever else Apple comes out. I think there's been a lot of rumors about potential AirPods 3 next month too. So That's iPhones, maybe a new iPad, AirPod 3, definitely a new Apple Watch. So all the Apple stuff is coming, and then Google in October will be coming with the Pixel line. So we're heating up, baby. We are in full tech season. All the tech products are going to come out pretty soon, and then we will do war or wage battle and see who has the best tech product of 2021.
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what they do with these the AirPods 3. All the different leaks and everything like that. They're will they have tips, or not tips, or will they be interchangeable or be able to use or not? Because Mrs. Ace, she loves that second generation AirPods with the that just go in their ears. She doesn't like silicone tips in her ears. She loves the way they fit.
Yes.
And actually, when I mention and show her renders of these, what it could be now, she's like, no, do not change anything. Don't mess with my AirPods. So I'm very curious about that. Also curious to see if it's something that they do as just a site refresh and a drop, or if they actually do an announcement, because they've even with the AirPods Max, they didn't do any type of announcement or anything like that. It wasn't showcased with anything.
There have been some crazy rumors of potentially having multiple Apple events in September. I don't think that's gonna happen, but there might be multiple Apple events in fall. So I think if they can put it in the event, they'll put it in the event. Annette, this shirt that I'm wearing, not skirt, this shirt that I'm wearing is from VidIQ. I don't think these are for sale. I think these are just for employees and creative partners and things like that. But I will inquire for you for sure, and we shall see if they have like a merch store or something that I can refer you to.
No, I think she wants your shirt. She wants that shirt. She doesn't want She wants that shirt.
Oh my God. All right. Well, on that note, I got to wrap this up because I have an obligation to get to in the next 8 minutes. But Ace, man, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me and hang with me tonight. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on. This has been a blast. You know what?
I told you, Ace.
I was nervous, but yeah, this has been great. And I'm like, really? Is it already time? This is awesome. Nervous.
I told you you'd be fine. You were in good hands with the Viper. You're in good hands.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And, I appreciate everything that you have helped me with my journey, because you have helped more than you know. You really have. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Listen, man, Viper just talk. You're the one who put in the work. You put out the video. So kudos to you. But I appreciate you hanging out in my rooms. I appreciate you being here tonight and hanging out with me for an hour. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you to all of y'all in the chat who hung out with me tonight. Thank you so much. Y'all know what tomorrow is. It's Friday. So your boy Viper will be back here tomorrow night for Friday Night Vibe, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday night. You know how we do. So thank you guys. I hope you have a amazing rest of your Thursday evening. And your boy Viper will see you in about the next 24 hours. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.